I'm late for a very important date. Trains. Get the train every day to work and it's never late. And then when you're going somewhere that you actually want to go, then they're all delayed and cancelled. We made it with minutes to spare. Welcome aboard Waverley, the world's last seagoing paddle steamer. We boarded at London's Tower Pier and will be cruising east along the River Thames back to Southend in Essex. Tower Bridge had to be raised to allow us to go through. There's no fee for lifting on the bridge, but it does need to be booked in advance, and they publish lifting times if you ever want to go and see it. As they lift the bridge, a small tugboat is assisting Waverley to turn around. The journey from London to Southend will take about 3.5 hours. By road it's over 40 miles, probably a bit less by river. Once we're turned around, the tugboat detaches itself beside the HMS Belfast. Or it tries to. It took a few attempts to disentangle the two boats from each other. Tower Bridge is easily my favourite structure in London. Tower Bridge is lifted about 1,000 times a year, although I've only seen it on a handful of occasions, but I still find it as exciting every time. There is just so much to see at the start of the trip, I couldn't possibly point all of it out. Here's our first glimpse of Canary Wharf. Those familiar with the geography of the Thames will know that it sits on a huge bend in the river, and we'll get to see another view of it very soon. There's the Cotty Sark. My dad used to take me to see her all the time when I was young. Like Waverley, she was also built in Scotland. Here's Canary Wharf again. Now we're coming up to the Thames flood barrier. It opened in 1982 to protect the capital from flooding. You can see the gate on the right hand side is closed. They'll all be like that across the river when the water is dangerously high. Immediately after you cross the barrier, the river feels more industrial. That's the Tate & Lyle sugar factory. There's a plane coming into land at City Airport. I said that Tower Bridge is my favourite structure in London. Well, I think my second favourite might just be the Barking Creek Barrier, a flood barrier at the entrance to the River Roding in Barking. This is Crossness Pumping Station. It is the twin of the Abbey Pumping Station, which you could see from my boat. I featured that in a few of my videos. Now we're passing the Ford plant in Dagenham, a 475-acre site that has produced almost 11 million cars. Today, they only build engines. That lush green hill coming up is the landfill site at Rainham Marshes. We're just coming up now to the Dartford crossing, or more specifically the QE2 bridge that carries southbound traffic from Essex into Kent. Northbound traffic uses the tunnels beneath the river. This is the most eastern crossing on the River Thames. Waverley was built in Glasgow in 1946. She belonged to the London and North Eastern Railway Company as part of their Clyde paddle steamer fleet, carrying passengers along Loch Long. Due to changing habits, paddle steamers fell out of favour, and Waverley was withdrawn from service in 1973 when she was sold to the Paddle Steamer Preservation Society for the sum of £1. They still own her today, and she's been through a lot of continued restoration over the years. Today, she cruises all over the country, offering visitors trips on many different waterways. This is Tilbury Docks, or the Port of Tilbury to use its proper name. On the south side of the river is Gravesend in Kent. There's a regular ferry service linking Gravesend to Tilbury. As well as the ferry, international cruise ships also depart from Tilbury. That's Tilbury Fort. The first recorded fort was built here by Henry VIII. Oh, this is very cool. It's a pilot boat delivering 2 pilots to guide Waverley on the last leg of her journey into Southend. It was getting a bit blustery, so it was time to explore below deck. Waverley is powered by a 2,100 horsepower triple expansion reciprocating steam engine, which she was fitted with in Greenock in 1947. There used to be 4 of these lions on Waverley's funnels, but he's the only one left. There's a dining saloon, various bars on board, as well as this indoor observation area. Because we spent a fortune in the gift shop, we got free chocolate! Woo! My new Waverley fleece, so cute! This boat was built to replace the original Waverley that was built in 1899 and was sunk in 1940 at Dunkirk. It's amazing to me to think when Waverley was built as one of many commuter vessels, no one could have realised how special she was and that she would end up being the last of her kind in the world. That there is Canvey Island. The Blue Flood Wall was constructed after 59 people were killed on the island because of flooding in 1953. You can just see Southend Pier there in the distance. The pier is over a mile long and was constructed to allow Victorian tourists to visit from London on paddle steamers. The tide goes out so far that at many times of the day it's impossible to dock anywhere near the shore.
Have a very good rest of your day, folks. Goodbye.
This has honestly been one of the best days of my life. I loved everything about it. Waverley is a gorgeous vessel, packed full of history. And as we travelled along, it really highlighted just how important the river has been and still is to people's lives. Seeing your city from the river gives you a whole new perspective and appreciation of things. I have a long list of places along the Thames that I want to go back and visit properly, and I'm already looking at booking my next trip on Waverley. This is a day I will never forget, but I'm so glad I've got the video to look back on. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again very, very soon.